We have been shouting on the top of rooftops here about how AI is just changing the way that we conduct our businesses. And I think for real estate, I think we have all known that real estate is about human relationships, it's about service, and it's about providing the maximum amount of value for a person's largest transaction in their life on an ongoing basis. And I think that we all have our speculation about AI. We have our pauses. We know it's imperfect. But at the same time, we have seen massive amounts of opportunity on how it can fundamentally improve our business. There's a couple of specific things that I think we all could use help with. And we have a very new product called Dubb AI that is going to help you with those things exactly. So I want you to think about your new deal scout, the scout that is going to go into your email, go into your CRM, go into those spreadsheets that you have on your computer and figure out where the deal is that's been sitting right in front of your face. The person that you've been emailing with, or the person that you've been collecting notes on in your CRM, or been continuing to add to your spreadsheet. You know what their favorite ice cream is and their birthday and their anniversary. This AI is going to go help you to scout out that deal so that you can pick up the phone, so that you can send an email, so that you can get them in a meeting to build that relationship and to get them to sign on the dotted line. The second thing that I think this is really going to help with is new opportunities. How can we go and search the web? How can we go and search databases and publicly available information, Zillow and expired listings and things like this? How can we go find opportunities and then collect them into a palatable, understandable format, a CSV file, a simple message, so that we can figure out what our next campaign is going to be, whether it's picking up the phone, sending a couple of emails, shooting off a couple of personalized text messages, including those Dubb videos, whatever that might be. And I would think that the third thing that is, I think, very interesting for everyone is actually an email assistant, an AI that can read your emails, send emails, and get you more meetings and more clients. So we've got a special guest today by the name of Wile E. Coyote from Acme Corp. And we're going to be showing a couple of cool things. Thanks for listening.
There we go. This technology is it's coming out. We've all heard of agentic AI, or most of us. If not, now you're hearing of it. Is agentic AI, and the difference between regular AI like LLMs, like ChatGPT, is where you go in and you type something, it gives you an answers. Agentic is where it's actually going to be able to do things, right? It goes into existing systems, sends emails, even like Ruben was just describing. And so, what I actually want to do, guys, is there's two things. One is I'm going to present with Ruben today. We're going to present a couple of existing use cases, a couple of low hanging opportunities that are ready for you right now to go take advantage of. I'm going to show you what those are, and then we're going to show you how to go install this thing. And then the other thing is we want your help, guys. We want your input. What are the things that you're spending time doing right now? What are the things that you don't have enough time? These use cases that I'm telling you right now, where you're going to go look at every single contact you've ever entered into your CRM, go look back at every single email you've ever sent and received, and check if that was ever left off in a question, in a place that needs to be followed up with. That's the very first thing that we're going to teach you how to do with this assistant, because frankly, it's something that just none of us have time to do, right? Unless you're one of those inbox zero people where you just have zero in your email and you've checked every email ever. Most of us don't. Most of us are busy and moving things. We have different channels moving. We have CRM data. We have email data to look at, right? Unless you're brand new to business, you've never sent anything, more than likely you have conversations that are sitting in your pipeline right now that were left off. You forgot to check an email over a weekend or something. So anyway, without further ado, I'm actually going to show exactly this tool in action. We're going to use our buddy Wiley, as Ruben mentioned, and show exactly what this looks like. And I want to start in a place that maybe some of you guys aren't 100% familiar with, but this is actually where this tool that we're showing is going to live. And it's in a platform called Slack. Slack is this. Slack is a collaborative chat platform, right? It's a desktop app. It's a website. What it really is for is it's an opportunity to collaborate with Dubb AI in this case, or team members, right? If you have assistants or you're part of a team or virtual assistants, that's really what Slack is about, right? You have these channels where you can communicate with individuals on your team. And in this case, your new team member is Dubb AI. And so I'm here as Wiley Coyote communicating with Dubb AI in this platform called Slack. And don't worry, we're going to show you how to set this up. It's super easy. There's a free version you can use, so there's no additional cost. And Slack is owned by Salesforce, so it's a extremely secure, safe, popular platform. It's like a Facebook for business type thing where all of your data. This isn't, guys, something like an open claw. I mean, if you've heard of agentic AI, you've heard of open claw. It's not that. Open claw is open source software. There's a lot of risk. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. This is not that. It's a completely safe, secure environment using enterprise grade and US enterprise technologies like Slack and Pipedream and a couple of other partners, Workday, that are powering all this technology on the back end. So anyway, without further ado, this is exactly what this is going to look like. And I want to show you just literally this conversation because it already took place and how simple it actually is. So I am in my Dubb AI conversation in my email assistant channel. And this is where I have my email assistant do tasks for me. And in this case, I said here, Dubb AI, please check my email. And it's checking my personal email address that's connected here, right? My Gmail, my Outlook, I have it connected to this tool so it can go back and read and write and send emails directly from my inbox. So I said this, please check my connected email and see if I missed anything important today and summarize it here. And so what it did, let's go look at that conversation. It said, I'm checking your Gmail right now. And that was instantly, right? It didn't take 5 minutes, didn't take whatever, it took 1 minute. And it said, hey, I checked today and I noticed this. You have an important reply from Ruben. And he said, hey, let's meet as soon as possible, right? Had I missed that email, I would not know that Ruben would want to go meet. And sure enough, when we go and look in our inbox, there's the email from Ruben. Hey, let's meet as soon as possible. And so that is exactly how this technology works for email assistant. Email assistant, guys, is the tip of the iceberg here. And we can have it do the next 10 steps. You can see what else it did. Hey, there were security alerts. There were some other confirmations. It showed me everything that I missed. The next thing that it did, I said, great, draft a reply to Ruben and see what time works best for him. And so now I could actually go draft and send that reply all in that same prompt, in that same conversation. So guys, this is completely changing the way that we think about and use AI, right? It's no longer enter just a conversation and then get a thing and then copy and paste or do something with it. It's more like talking to a team member, right? An executive assistant that has access to most of your technology, right? Your email, your CRM. There's over 3,000 integrations we're going to be able to connect to this. And guys, I've already been talking to other agents just like you guys here and finding out some really powerful stuff. Like, for example, if you already have other AI technologies that are integrating with your CRMs, Dubb AI is likely going to be able to replace those. I've heard of one that's used to listen to Follow-Up Boss, right? It looks at your Follow-Up Boss notes and listens to the messages that you send out of Follow-Up Boss. And it can do exactly that. It can completely replace that tool. And if they're like Lofty or some other CRM, if you guys are using a more high-end CRM, like a more tech savvy CRM, that's all going to be available, including Dubb. If you plan on using Dubb as your CRM, it's going to be fully integrated into this same thing, right? So I can say, go scrape my email, scrape my Dubb account to find the reporting here, and then tell me who I need to follow up with. And then not just tell me, but draft the email for them. And then in fact, go send it, right? So email is only one part of this as well. Phone numbers, texting is the same thing, but it does require Twilio, right? So this is the one thing I will say before we jump into some setup, and I want to get your guys' ideas, is this tool is only as powerful as the things that you are able to connect to it, right? By itself, like without any connections, it's almost just the equivalent of a chat GPT, right? It's a really smart assistant. But the connections, the integrations are what truly make it powerful, because now it's going to be connected to all the same bits of information that you have and don't have time to look at. So as promised, I'm going to share a form, guys, into the chat right now. And what I'd like from you is your ideas, your workflows. What are the things that you spend hours on right now? For example, I'll tell you another one recently. There's the form. You don't have to answer this right now, but I want you to click that link and I want you to think on it and say, well, here's a workflow that I spend hours doing. You know, every day I go and I have a source of expireds, right? I have some, and they email me this list of expireds, and I have to go look at this email and copy and paste or add them in my database or whatever, right? There's manual steps there involved, and there doesn't need to be. Like, let's say if that same example, you get emailed a list of leads from expireds or FISBOs or probate or whatever. There's literally automatic workflows where we can get that email, extract the exact contents and content contacts from that email, automatically create a personalized message for them, right? An email, a text to go out through your Gmail or Twilio or Outlook or whatever, or through your CRM and generate a personalized message specific for that lead as it's coming in. So that manual workflow where you used to go copy and paste the contact's name and then put them into your CRM or into your email and then type a thing and then send it, all that is now mostly automatable. And if it isn't completely automatable today, there's going to be some quick updates, some things here. And that's, again, why we want your guys' support. We want to know the technologies, the workflows, the things that you're using, so we can literally build this tool to do what you're doing. I say literally a lot today because it's like unbelievable, but I'm gonna try to stop. So, guys, that is the preview of it. Another one I will say, I mentioned, if you've been using a CRM, it has any type of tracking activity in there, like a HubSpot or a Salesforce or any of these types of technologies. I know Follow Up Boss is one. Lofty should be another, and then Dubb is very quickly coming to that. We built this technology so fast we weren't even able to build the full integration with our own primary technology. So that's coming very shortly. If you're using Dubb as your CRM, you're going to be able to immediately extract your low hanging fruit and opportunities using these two assistants, or one assistant. Really, it could be called your deal finder, or your email assistant, or even just like an executive kind of general purpose assistant. So this is the entry of this, guys. I have about 10 other workflows that I'm working out right now, such as things like getting your Vulcan 7 and RedX exports, right? There's your expireds, your FISBOs, that export to draft the personalized message to send that video straight through your own technologies. The sorry, scraping tools, right? Like where you're able to either pull information from your own databases, from your lead lists, from whatever contacts you have, organizing it. Also coming very soon is support with things like meta ads. So like, hey, I need you to go check my ads, do a report, create an ad for me, right? Take this video. It's going to be able to do things like that. Also very complex things very, very shortly. So again, I want to take a moment, take that link, take the form, and give me the ideas, guys. If you have more than one, perfect. Put them all there. Put a couple there. Submit more than once. We want all of your best workflows that you're struggling with right now, things that you've dreamt of doing, that you want to do. Oh, you're right. So sorry. I sent it to hosts and panelists. Bruce, thanks. I just put that link in the chat for everyone now to see. So click that link, drop your idea there, and in no time at all, or maybe it's already possible right now, but we won't know until you tell us your idea, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. In these sessions, we're going to be publishing trainings and use cases like this all over the place. So we want those ideas from you. Otherwise, they're only going to be coming from us. And you know how we are, guys. We love to hear your problems, your struggles, the things you're trying to accomplish, and help you do exactly that. That's how we've built most of the technology here at Dubb, is with your guys' support and feedback. So don't be shy. Give us your ideas. Ruben, should I take? You want to take anybody through the walkthrough, or should I handle the onboarding of anyone interested? If you're still here, okay. Quick hand raise, guys. I know Bruce, you were here yesterday. Does anybody want to install this thing for a test drive right now? No additional cost. Where there's a free amount of like 10,000 credits, where it is going to be credit based, right? So as it's scraped, it's just like a Claude or a Chat GPT. So if there's anyone that wants to install this one in today's session, I can walk you through it. I do know a couple of the gentlemen here were in our session yesterday and already installed. So guys, if anybody wants to be brave, or let me know, drop in the chat or raise a hand, something in the comments. I'm going to call on Emmett here. I'd love to hear about progress you've had, buddy. Where's your hand go? There it is. Oh wait, Bruce, you too. Bruce, I know you were there with us, and Emmett. All right, Bruce, you were there yesterday, right?
No, actually, I was not.
Okay. So we're gonna get you installed today. You'll be our pilot for today. Sounds good.
Okay, thanks.
All right. How do you feel about sharing a screen? Do you want to come on stage, or you want to kind of do it on your portal and follow along with me?
Um,
Either way is fine.
I don't know what works best.
Sometimes it's nice if I can share the screen with you so that I can see what you're doing as you're doing it and walk you through it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'll bring you up stage. I just promoted you. No, Emmett, I wouldn't try to wait on that. Go into Dubb AI right now and the ai.dubb.com and go to the connections and
Yeah.
see if active campaigns available there right now.
Okay, good. Because I did a little research afterwards and playing with it. It's really, really easy to learn, you guys, once and install.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the other question I had from you real quick. So in looking at Salesforce before, because they used to had it in a company I sold, and then there's Agent Force, which was really okay. And then everything happening with Agent Force and Slack, it's like this makes this pretty exciting, brother.
Yeah. No,
Is that what you guys were looking at too? It's like it's like the power of Salesforce,
yeah.
all the connections with Salesforce, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, yet an ecosystem where, okay, good. So still import everything into Dubb CRM. I want to go that way. So it's all under one.
Yeah, because I mean, you'll need that to get tracking through your active
Yep.
campaign stuff anyways. And eventually, like guys, in very short time, Dubb's going to be fully integrated into this AI tool too. So you would just tell it, hey, take all my Dubb contacts and put them in my active campaign account. So that's coming very shortly, but just not right this 1 second.
Yeah.
Very, very soon.
Oh, yeah,
So
you can see
but
my
then
question.
Emmett, see if you can find active campaign in the pipe dream. It should be there, but let me know.
Okay,
I know that's
we'll
a pretty
do.
popular tool. So
Yeah. Okay, good. Awesome.
good. All right. Bruce, you here, buddy? You ready to go?
I'm here.
All right. All right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna would you if you want to start your video, I think you can if you like. If not, that's perfectly fine as well. No, I just don't want to make sure like I'm not leaving you out. So all right. What I want you to do, you should have screen sharing permissions as well. Maybe open a new browser, right? So that we don't want to see your other personal stuff. So it's just a new fresh Chrome browser.
Just
And then and then you should have screen share permissions already turned on.
one
And if
second.
anybody's here wants to follow along, it's a good chance we're gonna be doing a step by step to get this thing plugged in.
Now, what am I looking for?
You're just sharing your screen with me.
I don't see a tab for that.
Have you shared your screen on Zoom before?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see.
The little share button at the bottom.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. I'm
Yep.
looking for the green one, so
No, yeah, it's they change it sometimes. So hit share and then screen one, desktop one, whatever browser, and then there we go. All right.
Hey, I can't open my video, so
Okay. Oh, you might have it's because you have Dubb window open right there. Here, close that tab to the left, and you should be able to turn your thing on inside of Dubb. And Kyle, your question: can we transfer the FUB CRM number? This is one of the things that I say is a little bit unfortunate all the time. Is FUB and other CRMs, they lease you. Typically, they lease you a number and a SendGrid. They lease you a Twilio number and a SendGrid. And the reason they lease you and rent it to you is because they don't want you to leave. And so if you try to leave, they say, no, those are our phone numbers and email. So you can't use those. Sometimes I'm not sure. I'm sure there's exceptions. You would have to ask them though. Okay, great. So if they told you they could take it, then what that means, then absolutely. Then what we need to do then is go, we need to open you get your own Twilio. So, and then Kyle, shoot me an email. I'm gonna give you a little step-by-step on that. Darius@dubb.com in case I don't have time to do that and one of this today. So yes, if they told you they could tape the number with you, then we can get our own Twilio and it's going to be way more cost effective and you can use it everywhere, Kyle, including in Dubb AI that I'm going to show you today. So that means you can use it to send out automated personalized text messages to massive amounts of people. Just be careful because you want to put a daily limit or whatever on your thing. You don't want to send too many messages. So, I mean, if you don't have too many phone numbers, you can't get in too much trouble. All right, here we go. That's the one of the things I will say is you want to be careful with this AI tool is if you connect it to another tool that can spend money, right? Like Twilio charges you per penny or less than a penny per message. But if you had 1 million phone numbers and said, hey, go send 1 million text messages, it would charge you. 7/10 of a penny times a million. So, all right. I have control. Okay, thank you, sir. I'm gonna point your browser here to install Slack. Slack, guys, is that Salesforce app I was showing you. That's that.
I have Slack.
Oh, you already have Slack installed. Okay, so just for everybody else watching, this is what you would do, right? Go download Slack for desktop or Mac. Bruce, is the Slack already open and installed on your computer, ready to go?
Yeah, I got to go to a different window.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. But is it on your desktop or is it in a browser?
Yes.
Okay, it's on your desktop. So good.
Mhm.
Guys, after you've installed Slack, make sure you install it, get it logged in, right? You'll need to create a workspace. When you first install Slack, you name the workspace like the name of your business, right? It's Darius Real Estate or whatever. That's what I would name the name of the workspace. It's like your business name. That's it, right? You sign up, you create your workspace, then you're going to be in Slack. The next step is you're going to go here to ai.dubb.com. And are you logged into Dubb in this browser? Do you know?
Hang on.
I can check really quick. I'm just gonna click a new tab and see if it opens.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, I think you might be because it logged in right. Okay, yeah. So hit sign up for me right in the middle. There we go. We're gonna use your Dubb account to log in. Okay. So this is easier, guys. If you already have a Dubb account and you're already logged into Dubb in the same browser, you just have to click this authorize button, and now it's going to use your Dubb account to connect into the Dubb AI to log in. And now you just click simply connect with Slack. Again, this requires you have Slack installed on your computer. And now, Bruce, this is what I was just talking about too. The workspace. What is the name of your workspace? And the way you'll find the name of your workspace, if you just created it, you should know what you just typed in, right? You just named the workspace. But if you named it previously, then you'll find it in kind of the top setting. Sorry, if you click your I'm trying to see the easiest place to find it inside of Slack. I think it's just in the top section right there. Yeah. So in the top left corner of your Slack, Bruce, you'll see a little name of your workspace. And if you click that, like mine says Acme here, maybe I'll, do you see what I'm talking about, Bruce? Cause I think I'm going to show really quick and then you'll see what I'm saying. And then you can share one more time.
I'm not seeing that.
That's okay. Okay. So right here, guys, this is Slack and this is that workspace name. So right here, remember it's Wiley and Acme. So I click on Acme and that's my workspace name right there. Acme.
Mine is Bruce Johnston Real Estate.
There you go. Okay. So that's what you'll enter into that sign up form when you're connecting into Google. I mean, go ahead and share your screen one more time, Bruce, so we can follow along there. And the reason we're able to do this again is because it's completely secure. There's nothing personal being exposed. It's just it's basically like signing up for Dubb is what we're doing because of the way we built the technology. It's all connected through, again, Dubb through Slack and very safe and secure.
Oops.
Now, if you had, your passwords visible on your screen or something, that would be a different story. So don't do that in Zoom. That's a Zoom rule. Don't do that for Zoom. And then did you find the share one more time?
Oops. No. Where'd it go?
Can you still see us in Zoom or did it make a little bubble somewhere?
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't find that workspace. That's funny.
Okay, so it's typed wrong. Anyway, just click the don't know your workspace, click find your workspace down there. Below the continue button. There you go. And then we'll take this part out of the recording, don't worry. I just don't want your personal email visible for anyone else outside of here.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There you go. And this is more security stuff, guys. Again, it's kind of annoying or tedious or whatever, but absolutely critical. I never ever advise to lack on security stuff. Have your 2FAs on everything you can, because trust me, the consequences are never worth it, right? All it takes is one bad actor to ruin your day, or much worse. So all this type of 2FA password security stuff, make sure you have it enforced. There you go.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Oh, here. Well, I don't, there you said, okay, there you go. Double authentication, even better. I'm going to have you stop your share for that one though. Here, let me stop sharing, because that one's an internal authenticator app. So
okay.
open your authenticator app for that one, pop that code in there, and then we should be
Yeah,
authenticated. Again, I was just saying, I was like, all these additional steps, they're a little bit tedious, a little bit annoying, but I do not ever recommend skipping on security, guys. It's not worth it. The extra little headache you get from, what was my thing? It's worth it's worth the protection you get from it. So
go ahead.
All right. Yeah, reshare one more time.
Sure.
If you're in.
Oops, sorry, I forgot to click share. There we go.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
No, all good, all good. Okay.
I'm trying to look at two screens at once.
In the final recording, we're gonna trim off some of the extras, so it's okay. Okay, right there, guys, it's saying what it can do, right? This is the Dubb AI permission. So you're gonna click allow. This is all the stuff that it's gonna be able to do inside of Dubb. And yep, click the green button right there. Yes, sir. Now it's gonna go to Dubb AI. And then here's where we're gonna want to connect a couple of integrations. And after that, then we're gonna open Slack and start using this thing. So give it a second here. And then I can't tell if the internet's frozen a little. Okay, there we go. It opened up. Perfect. All right, there we go. Check it out. Dubb AI is in Slack. This is just saying, are you active in the channel or not? That does not really important. You can say set to active for now. So go ahead and click set. Now, this is it, guys. That's all it took to get this thing installed. There's one more step, which we're going to do, which is connecting the integrations. As I mentioned, it's only as powerful as the tools that are connected to it. So we're going to put in a Gmail. We're going to put in a Outlook if you use that, maybe a CRM. What CRM are you going to? Are you using just Dubb, or are you using something else? Any other technologies you're using?
I have KW Command, but
I know Command. They don't usually like to play nicely with others. We'll see though. We'll see if they're there. and if at worst you can just do a mass export, right? You could export all your data from your CRM, upload it to Google Drive or whatever. Use Google or Outlook. What are your main?
Google.
So with Google, okay, let's do this. Normally it says, hey, let's say connect integrations. Just tell it that. Type right here. We're going to talk to it like a human. Yeah, right here. It says message Dubb AI. Say at Dubb AI, help me connect Google. Yep. And then you could just tap it right there. The
AI or .ai?
It's at Dubb AI, but you could just tap it. You don't have to type the full thing right there. There's a little 2 inches above. You can just click it. Yep. Or press enter. There you go. Now you're talking to it, and you could say, help me connect to Gmail or Google. Yeah, just say Gmail. And this is actually a test of how smart this thing is for itself, because I know what window to go to open, but I want to make sure it can actually tell you what to go do in case you don't. So you can see the eyeballs there. It's looking at the message, it's thinking, and it's going to give you a response here shortly. And then now you can click the reply. Right below your message, it says reply there. Yep. And it said to connect, view integrations. Click that. So it told you exactly where to go. You didn't have to find the URL yourself. And here you go. Connect new integrations. There's Notion, there's Sheets, there's Slack, there's Drive. So let's start by connecting these are the ones I'd recommend first. Your Gmail, your calendar, your CRM if it's possible, right? Like I just try Command here. I know Command they're a little bit proprietary, but maybe they played nice here. I'm not. This is I don't think so, but we'll see. Just type in maybe the word command. Yeah.
In connect integration.
Yep. Yes, sir. And this one's just a test, but the ones we advised to start with here today, guys, were your email, right? Gmail or Outlook. Okay, so nothing for command. I wasn't expecting it.
Hang on. Maybe if I put KW first.
Possibly. Yeah. No. They're
Okay.
limited on a lot of integrations, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised there. It's a public facing API that needs to be robust to do this. So, okay, just type Gmail, and you're going to see how simple this is. Gmail, and then click the connect button over there. Oop, where'd it go? I think that it got erased somehow. Type Gmail one more time, and then now pause. Then right there's a button. Yep, there it is. Connect. And then a little window is going to open. It says you're connecting this. Go to continue. And then it's like, do you authorize this? Yes. Oop, that email, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we'll see if KW allows the connection. Should, but maybe not. And click allow or continue, sorry.
Continue. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so this is where it's going to give permissions, right, to send emails, read emails. So you have to select all. There's a little box there right at the top. And select all. And that gives it all the permissions it needs to read, write, do everything it needs to, and continue. And it won't do anything without your permission, right? It's not going to just go do stuff. It's only going to do what you tell it to go do. So
right.
There we go. All right. So that's great to see. If you're in KW or another, you're going to have no problem connecting this with your KW email. Great. Hit continue. All right. Now let's do your Google Drive or your Sheets or what other piece of technology do you have that you want to attempt to connect? I think Command's off the list for now, but what we could do is the workaround is you export everything from Command, import it into Google Drive, connect Google Drive. It's almost as good as the connection to the CRM, right? Every note, every date, every conversation history, everything that you have there in Command, as long as it's exportable, it can read it through the connection in your export. The only downside to it is it's not real time. It's not live, right? So you can't tell it, hey, go read my CRM right now. But that will be possible with Dubb and several other CRMs. So pretty cool. And yeah, that's it, guys. This is easy. Most of the time, the integrations are this simple, where you just click. And this is the most secure type of integration. It's called OAuth. The other types, and don't forget to check those boxes. There's a little permission box. There you go. Yep. The other type of connection is an API key. And it's formally the most secure, right? But you would have to copy an API key from the system and paste it here sometimes. These ones you can see it's all simple, it's seamless, it's OAuth, it's the most modern and most secure. The other method, not that it's much less, it's just whatever. You're not, expose API keys or whatever. It just don't paste it into strangers, right? Just keep your API keys internal and you're fine. But that's the other type of integration here, is it will require you to copy and paste an API key from your system. But these ones, all the Google stuff is very, very simple like this. So, Bruce, after this, now that this thing is connected, I want you to put your thinking cap on and say, what are the things? I know you're a focus in probate, so there's a lot of stuff I think it can probably do. It can find those attorneys you're looking for. It can find just try to push the limits of what it can find. And when I say limits, guys, I don't mean volume right now, because there's a limited amount of credits. So I wouldn't say go find me 10,000 things, but I would say, can you find these things? And it'll tell you, here's what I can do, here's what I can't do. And so that's what I want you to do, is because if it says it can't do something, that's where our team's going to come in and see, here's how we can enable it and equip it to do those things, or a workaround or something. But we have to understand the limits of the box so that we can really push the envelope. So, Bruce, I like that you have that niche here too, because I think that you can get some really specific use cases out of it. And so that's your next step, my friend, is there's the obvious ones. We all probably have a deal sitting in our email right now, sitting in our CRM right now. So go do the email assistant I mentioned, right? So go into your Dubb AI and you say, go read my Gmail. Now, don't do this in front of us right now, but I'd say right after we get off here, go into the Dubb AI channel and say, at Dubb AI, go read my connected Gmail and see if there's any emails I missed over the last couple of months, if there's anything that was left off where I should have not left it off, or whatever, right? And you might even take that simple prompt I just said and throw that into Dubb AI and say, what am I missing? What questions am I not asking to ask about my email? Do that and then tell me the result. So, Bruce, that's your very next step, is turn on the 101, which is email assistant. And then I think step 2 is your CRM export, right? So we saw command doesn't have the, if you've taken decent notes or have something useful, again, if you don't use the CRM, nothing really useful will be there. But if you're using it, then it can really probably get some very meaningful data points and information and actions and to-do items for you out of those pieces of data. So,
Okay.
Bruce, questions on this process so far?
Okay, so basically, we want to ask the questions like missing emails and stuff like that. We want to do that with Otto,
No, you're gonna come into this new place, new tool.
the new place. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna request control one more time just to pop over there, and then
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Yep. Yes, we trust you.
Yeah. Thank you. Sure hope so. Okay, so guys, this new product, Dubb AI, exists inside of Slack. Yeah,
Okay,
you can't.
got
There is
it.
a desktop version of Slack, so you can have it's sitting on your desktop all the time, and or you can open it in a browser like this. But this is what you're going to do: is you just come in here, and it's like having an instant messenger with your own executive assistant that has access to all of your technologies and the internet and can go do things for you. So now it's just a matter of figuring out where are your executive assistant skills limited and lacking, because that's what our team is going to help build. So and make sure you do the @Dubb AI. Just usually if you're in an existing conversation with it, you don't have to continue to say @Dubb AI in the very beginning, but just as a best practice, just put it in front of the sentence to make sure it sees your message. So @Dubb AI in front of every message to make sure you're specifically addressing it. And this is perfect. But then I would also say, also, what other types of things that I missed, right? Because maybe there's something we didn't even think of. Because like maybe it's not an unanswered email. Maybe it is an answered email, but they didn't respond to you. You said, hey, when can I have this? And they never answered you and you forgot, right? So there's those two sides of the same coin, right? Or the whatever. So that's why I just call it an email assistant.
Could you get that to me one more time? That second part?
Yeah. Also, what other considerations am I not considering for what you can help me find in my email? That's kind of a rough wording of it, but that's how I might say it. And it's fine. You can even have typos and stuff in there. It's smart. It's going to get it. So yeah, what other things am I not considering of emails that I missed? Right? Is there deadlines I'm supposed to? Is there due dates? Are there people that were supposed to respond to me? Those are the types of things I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of how I would employ an email assistant. So hit that. But don't here forever. Here, I'm gonna stop your share because it's gonna give you a summary here in the conversation. So what I want you to do though, here, I'll stop your share. Tell me when it gives you a bite. And it's probably gonna be quick. It's gonna say, hey, I'm looking at this now, and then it's gonna be giving you some summaries. And again, don't tell me the personal names and things like that. But I'd love to see if it finds something useful for you there in this quick exercise.
It says, I'm checking what Gmail actions are available first, then I'll see whether I can pull and analyze your last 30 days of messages.
Yep. And we gave it the right permissions, right? We gave it to send, we read, right? So it'll have all those. So, okay, while we're waiting on that, Bruce, I'm just going to answer a couple more little quick things here. Richard, this one will be published minus some stuff. So I'll get this step by step minus any personal stuff over to you, Richard. Okay, I got your thing from yesterday also, Richard, your ticket. That's going to go straight into this. So you and I can connect here very shortly. Let me make a note and I'll follow up with you here after this. Richard Butler, follow up. Okay, I'll check on that, my friend. And then I think you had a part 3 there. How to find new plan investors for my scuba. Okay, that one's really interesting, Richard. I'm just going to open your mic for a second for that one because I want to make sure if you have a follow-up for this, that is a perfect type of thing to run with this tool because it can do both parts of it, right? First, it'll help you strategize who the best targets for those people might be, because there's two things that define a good target for something like this, right? It's basically sales, right? It's business development. You're looking for people to become involved. And so that means there's two targets. Who are they and how easily can you find them? Right? Like if you can't find contact information easily for people, that makes them not a good target, right? If you can't build an advertisement campaign for a type of person, that makes them not a good target. So that's the first thing I would do with it, Richard, is help you identify what actually is a good target for those investors, where to find them, like, because they need to be easily found, right? You can't be like spend all day trying to find one piece of one investor. So that's two parts of the strategy it can help with there, Richard. One is defining who those people should be. The second is drafting the actual message and then actually going and sending the message. Because in this one, I don't imagine it being high volume. It's not going to be thousands. Bruce,
Yeah,
did
well,
it
there is a large community. Paddy's training 1 million new divers a year. So there's a lot of committed people there that have
yeah,
like
I
the
remember you
sport,
mentioned
and
the
then we
diving
can
school,
try
but
and
like
encourage them
that,
to buy the unit.
it's one good idea, right? The diving school instructors, obviously, but we talked about that as well, where it's like, well, what if it's not the diving school instructors, but it's the diving school owners, right? They're the ones that are like, they have some capital, they have some expenditure, they have their investors themselves already, versus the instructors might just be like a guy that likes diving, right? So that's the piece that I would use Claude for. You use not sorry, Claude Dubb AI to research that piece of finding out who strategically would be the best targets for this, because again, they have to be easy to reach and ideal investors. So that two parts of that,
Yep.
Richard, and it can absolutely do the whole stack, right? It can help you strategize who they should be, help find those people potentially, and then even draft and send the messages to them through your connected emails. So
Right. Okay.
give it a shot. Like I think you and I'll have one later if you didn't get this installed this time, but that's your next step. Let's get this guy built out. Bruce, did it get an update yet?
Yeah, it came back. It says, I can do this, but I hit a connector limitation on my side when trying to query Gmail directly. And then it talks about what it's found. Gmail integration appears connected. Can't reliably pull and analyze your last 30 days of emails from here right now.
Interesting. Okay, that's because I just did that yesterday. I literally have already done this instantly. So I need you to share that with me, Bruce. What is the maybe
I can copy a link and send it to you.
no, I want the message. I want to know the exact text there. And I also want you to say to this, Bruce, I want you to say, double check. I think you're wrong. Because this pipe dream integration is standardized. And I think it might be hallucinating because I have done this same exercise a couple of times across Gmail. Maybe it's the 30-day parameter that's the problem. I'm not sure, but tell it to try again because I think it's tripping. It's weird. Because I've done that same exercise a few times now where I said, hey, go read my Gmails and see if I missed anything. And it said, here's exactly what you missed. So I know for a fact it works, and I will have to figure out why it wouldn't in that case. Donald, your question, would there be an additional cost for this feature? There will be an additional cost for the credits, right? Because it's going to consume credits as you use it. But I don't think we figured out the exact pricing model because we're trying to make sure that we have as simple things as we can for you guys there. It's so right now there's no additional cost except for the credits. You guys will have $10,000 credits included on that free plan. And then after that, I think it's a pay as you go. It's still super early. So I apologize, Donald, for not having a 100% answer for you on pricing yet. It's still in beta. So here's the second part. Do you have an integration for Buffini and Co? So let's see. This is actually not a question for the Dubb AI directly. It's because we had the integrator, there's a middleman kind of that provides all the integrations. And my question for Buffini's team is, do they have a pipe dream integration, which I'll check on right now. Does Buffini CRM have a pipe dream or Zapier integration? Because if they don't have pipe dream, then maybe they have Zapier. And if they don't have, then Zapier would be sort of a middleman of the two. I'll look at that right now. Bruce, did you tell it you're tripping and it tried again, or did it still say, no, I can't do it?
No, it did come back with one email here that
you said, hey, you're wrong, and it came back with an email. Okay. You don't have to read the personal contents, but it did. It was able to read your email and said, here's something that you might want to look at.
Yeah, it said you were right. I got the Gmail search working. I'm analyzing the last 30 days now to identify likely unanswered threads that need attention.
Oh goodness. So notes for Ruben, guys, right? AI is imperfect. That seems kind of a weird, like it shouldn't get that one wrong because it's a basic skill. It's like, hey, go read my email. It's like, wait, I can't do that. Are you sure? Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, I can. So anyway, it's again, that's actually and guys, what's powering up the brain right now in the back end is Claude. It's Claude Opus 4.6 that's on the actual the LLM brain that's powering up all the activity. So in our personal experience, the reason we're using Claude is because it's superior to ChatGPT in almost every execution we've tried. Blog writing, researching, graphic creation, it's superior in basically every single output. So it is a little bit more expensive, but I showed you guys the test last time, right? Of the market update that I generated with Claude and ChatGPT. The ChatGPT one looked like garbage, right? Literally, looked it was not nice. And then the Claude one is perfect, like ready to go instantly. Same exact prompt. So we're choosing quality over cheap work. It's kind of like you want. Also, guys, AI is junk in, junk out. So if we need good stuff coming in, we need a good brain in the back end to get something good out of it. So, but Bruce, it was able to find something that looks like you should maybe take a look at it, right? Maybe it's imperfect, but what is it? Is it actually something you should go look at, or was it a mistake? What did it say?
Let's see.
And again, I don't want you to tell us your internal information, but if it's something like, yeah, hey, you know what, I should have responded to this, or it was something that I could have followed up with, or something.
Yeah, it pointed out that there was a clear action request on something, and it telling us what to do to resend a form to somebody. So,
oh, well, there you go. All right,
yeah.
Found something. So it wasn't a deal sitting in your pipeline quite, but it was some action item that needed to be taken, right? Something on your plate that you needed to go do and might have missed it, maybe. So
I think,
cool.
Darius, I was going to say one thing to note is that when it does these large scans, it's sort of like a one-time quest that it goes on to search Gmail or CRM, and it does take some time to do that. So we could probably disclose some. It's very difficult to estimate how long it's going to take, but it is going to take. It's like they call it a cron job, where it's going to go and chronologically go through everything and then get it all sort of in order. But in the beginning, it does take time. So as you continue to interface with this, it will get more and more intelligent. So try this tomorrow, and you might be more impressed. And of course, what Darius said is, gold in, gold out. So give it specific parameters, specific targets, what you're looking for, and then it's going to be able to produce.
Bruce, my other question for you is, what did it provide any other suggestions for what type of stuff to look for in your email?
Let's see.
Because when I used mine, I said, hey, what did I miss that's important? And it found a bunch of stuff. It's like, well, here's a reply that said I'm available or booked now, and then the other one said, here's some security alerts, right? That you here's some password stuff or whatever. So it kind of made up its own rules about what it thinks is important. But you could, again, what Ruben just said is you could make it more specific, due dates, deadlines, whatever, stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. So that probably would have helped a lot better.
Yeah, but more specific is better. And sometimes if you don't know the right questions to ask, talk to it a little bit first and then prompt it with what you've learned.
Okay.
So good. All right. Any questions, Bruce?
No. I was just trying to answer another question to it for something else.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. Beautiful, man. You go run away with it, man. That's what exactly. I'm excited. Yes. Go try to push the limits on that thing, man. And again, perfect question here, Richard, for follow-up. Limits. Let's talk about limits really quick. On this plan right now, right? There's like 10,000 credit limit, right? That's what the limit is right now. Those credits are consumed in patterns that can't be defined right now, right? If you say, hey, go make this deck, but you have a really complex presentation you're making, that will consume more credits than if it was just a simple thing. So email limits, guys. This is something also very interesting. I was just talking to Ruben about this. The same infrastructure limits that exist today still exist, right? Like, for example, if you have a Gmail, a paid Gmail can only send about 300 emails per day through another tool. If you're sending them directly through your Gmail interface, like if you're typing an email, you could send 1,000 a day. But Gmail knows you're not going to do that. That's why they let the limit higher when you're doing it straight through Gmail. But when you're using another tool like a Dubb or any system that connects to a Gmail, Dubb AI included, they limit how many emails you can send per day there to 300. After 300, you're going to get a nasty message from Google or Outlook that says, hey, you're sending too many emails. We're going to block you. And sometimes you can skirt that rule and send 500 once, but then you try to do it again and they block you. So my point is those infrastructure limits still exist for the emails and the text message, whatever senders you have. And just as a quick FYI, for cold email, it's 50 emails per day per sender, right? If you have one Gmail, like if I have Darius at Dubb, first of all, I would never use Darius at Dubb to send cold email. It's a terrible idea because I can hurt my main email. I would use Darius at dubbemail.com. And I would only send 50 a day per email. So that's for cold. If it's for warm, and the definition of cold or warm is if they haven't opened emails from you in 6 months, they're cold. That's really the truth of email deliverability. If they haven't opened, clicked on your stuff, they haven't engaged in 6 months, the email service providers view them as kind of cold. They're basically gone. So you don't want to send mass emails to people that haven't touched your stuff in a year, right? Because that's a mass cold email and the deliverability is going to be very poor. So the email sending limits, I would say, for cold people, not more than 50 per day per email. For warm folks, you could connect a SendGrid, right? That's our favorite recommendation for bulk email, where you could connect a SendGrid and send 50,000 at a time or more, right? Depending on your plan. You could go send a whole newsletter to 100,000 people directly through this tool with SendGrid connected. But that, again, would not be to a cold audience. So Richard, very specifically for you, your use case, I know we have massive database of leads, most of which are cold. And then we have those real-time people coming in from Meta. So for both of those, they're cold audiences. So we wouldn't be able to do something extremely high volume for those cold people. My best recommendation is going to be to get a couple of emails, right? 1 or 2 or 3 emails, depending on how much you want to send per day. If you want to send 100 per day, we need 2 emails. And that way we could send 100 per day every day. And if you had 2,000 contacts, it would take 20 days, right? So that's the exact type of cadence I would recommend for this cold old list. But of course, cleaning it first and stuff like that. So excellent question, and it applies for everything in Dubb AI. There are limits of same infrastructure stuff. You can't send more emails if you have a Gmail connected. So excellent question. All right, guys, I think that's all for today. If there's anything else, any questions, any follow-ups, we got five minutes here. Happy to answer something else. Bruce, you got any update here? Is it doing something nice for you? Working on something else?
No, I was just working on something else.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank you for your time today. Bruce, give that thing a test drive. Anybody else that's ready, willing to install that thing, you could potentially have followed this training, or come raise a hand. Come tell us, hey, I want to try Dubb AI. We'll help you get it set up. All right.
Thanks so
everybody.
much.
Yes, Bruce, let me know, man. Let me know what you come up with and some ideas and stuff.
Okay.
Thanks.
Will do.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.